Freaks, it's Wednesday, February 4th, 2026. Coming up on the program today, taint tanning goes mainstream. Plus, the Meat Council's Criminal Investigation Unit taking a dirty shoe to your DoorDash order. And for the last time, stop sticking live grenades up your butthole. All this plus your voicemails today.
Did you go down to the beach yesterday and look at the word I wrote in the sand?
Yeah, you wrote the word crab. And with me, I've got a piece of stationery, and I've written down exactly what the word means to me. Ever since prom, I've liked being fucked by unprotected dogs. Well, sure enough, I got crabs. I had a crab on my cunt so big you could have boiled it and added some season and spice and had yourself a hell of a meal. I contracted those crabs from the prom king. He fucked me in the limo after he accepted his award. He told me he wanted to fill my slot with unprotected cock. That way he could give me his crabs. I thought he was goofing around, but he was dead serious and loving every minute of it. Within a week, crabs had infested my cunt. Every inch of my fuck bucket was covered with those nasty little venereal vermin entitled crabs. Sometimes they would bite my clit and it would feel great, but most of the time it was horrible and made me feel inferior. I didn't know how to get rid of them, and I didn't have health insurance, so I lived with them for 10 years and 3 days. I tried sitting in tomato juice, but I heard later that was for getting rid of skunk stench, so I figured if you can't beat them, join them. I named every single crab that had moved onto the surface of my snatch. As far as I could feel, there was 20. Raymond, Lupe, Bobby, Ernest, Dixie, Lawrence, Shirley, Steve, Alejandro, and Neche. Eventually, after I saved up some cash, I turned my attention to a doctor who helped me kill the crabs. At the time, I was happy to be free from their constant biting, but then became suicidal because I had killed my friends that had been by my side for 10 years. Even when I would go out for a weekend of unprotected fucking, they wouldn't leave me. They believed in me. Not one of the Peters that pulverized my pussy during the 10 years of my crab infestation contracted them. They stuck by my poontang through thick and thin, and I fell deeply in love with them, and they loved me. At night, I'd command them to bite my clitoris while I fucked my urine hole with a home pregnancy test. They wouldn't stop biting until all the tartar sauce had evacuated my twitty twat.
It's Distorted View Daily with Tim Henson.
The vagina is full of AIDS.
I just want to say, how dare you?
We are drinking other people's abortions.
Welcome to 1-800-ASSHOLE.
Yes! Tim Henson back here with you for your Wednesday episode of DV. Have a great one for you. If you go back and you listen to early episodes of Distorted View, I am always bitching about old people. I even coined the term near-deads. That's how much they bug the fuck out of me. And I hate to admit this, but I've crossed over into old people territory. It's become painfully obvious to me. I'm worried because I'm pretty sure during those old episodes of the show, I encouraged you guys to put a bullet in my head at some point. Like, when I reach a certain age, just go ahead and take care of me. Pop, pop, pop. I am now going to urge you to not do that, but I get so annoyed so easily. I went to Auntie Anne's Pretzels today. I made a special trip to the mall. I don't know. I feel like that's an old person thing to do. Like, who goes to the mall anymore? I'm a member of a very exclusive group of people called T-Mobile subscribers. Don't even try to enroll in this special club. You won't be approved. It's only for the elites, the 1%. Anyway, we all know that's not true. But if you're not a T-Mobile subscriber, even a lot of T-Mobile subscribers don't know this, but T-Mobile has this thing called T-Mobile Tuesdays. This is something else that appeals to the olds. Freebies! Yeah, every week you load up your special T-Mobile app called T-Life. The app used to just be called T-Mobile Tuesdays, and they changed it to T-Life, which makes it sound like, it's a dating app for trans people. Not a fan of the name. Anyway, every Tuesday you load up the app and you can check out all of the freebies and deals. And, it's nothing earth-shattering. It's like, sometimes it's $5 movie tickets and free Slurpees at 7-Eleven. Free Crazy Bread with purchase of a pizza at Little Caesars. Sometimes there are freebies at the T-Mobile store, right? Like, I am decked out from head to toe in T-Mobile gear. I've got the T-Mobile socks, scarf, hat. I've got a T-Mobile tote bag around my arm. I'm a real slut for T-Mobile. As a matter of fact, today, one of the freebies, if you go to the T-Mobile store, you can get a free platter. Like, not the platter is empty. It's just literally it's a plate, really, in the shape of a football. I guess in celebration of the upcoming Super Bowl. Needless to say, I did not stop at the T-Mobile store to pick up my tray. There was, however, a deal for a free pretzel at Auntie Anne's. Auntie Anne's are, I think, exclusively located inside of malls, and I've got a mall that's not too far away from where I live. So Lord Douche and I decided, instead of eating lunch today, let's just have a pretzel. We get to the mall, it's empty, right? No one goes to the mall, especially on a weekday. We walk past the Auntie Anne's once, and there's one person ordering a pretzel. And I know they're ordering a pretzel because that's the only thing Auntie Anne sells. It's a pretzel place. So we visit a few stores and then circle back to Auntie Anne's. And the most annoying thing happened. I go and I order my standard-ass pretzel because that's what the deal is good for, right? Nothing fancy. You just get the regular pretzel. Okay, that's fine. I order the pretzel, and what does the employee say? We're out. But he doesn't say, I'm sorry, we're out of pretzels. He says, we ain't got none. And it's like, I have such an urge to turn into that woman who got upset calling Dell trying to order a computer. I don't know what generation you're from, but I hope you all get your heads blown off. Go to Iraq, and I hope the terrorists burn you alive. Even before I ordered, I was annoyed because he did that thing with the guy. It was all guys working at this pretzel place. A little weird, but I don't know why. I was, I don't know. It's just weird. And it's not like the type of guy you would think would be working at an Auntie Anne's. It was like a bunch of black dudes. I'm sorry. That's just what was happening. It's just strange to see black males who aren't gay working at an Auntie Anne's. And I say work, but not a lot was happening behind the scenes there. They're all just kind of standing around. You know what they weren't doing? Making pretzels. Even though they ain't got none. Anyway, when I went up to the cash register, to order, I get the blank stare. Not like a greeting or anything like, hey, what do you want? I would be fine with that. You don't even have to be nice about it. Just be like, why are you bothering me? What do you want? At least then you're acknowledging my existence, right? This guy's just staring at me blankly, and I'm like, hello? Can you even see me? Am I dead? I'm like Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense. Sorry to spoil that movie for you guys if you haven't seen it, but you're a bit late to the party. He's dead. He was dead the whole time. Only that creepy little Haley Joel Osment motherfucker saw him. Because, I see dead people. Anyway, so I'm at the cash register and this guy's just staring at me blankly. And then when this happens, my instincts kick in. And my instincts are, I need this person to like me. It's a real sickness. It's the whole reason I'm doing this podcast. I've got some severe personality/emotional issues. And so I'm like super cheery, even though this guy has nothing but disdain for me. So I'm super cheery. Hey, hi, in that gay way of mine. And, I got to do that a few times. I'm like, can I order? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, can I have a pretzel? And he's like, no, you can't have a pretzel. We don't have any of those. We ain't got none. Thank you for calling Lenovo. What's insane is while Auntie Anne's does offer other pretzels, for instance, cinnamon sugar pretzels, garlic Parmesan pretzels, you still need to start with the base pretzel, right? The regular standard run-of-the-mill pretzel. That's like the base pretzel you need for everything. So if you don't got the pretzel, make the pretzels. Anyway, he was like, okay, we can make pretzels, but it's going to be about 5 or 6 minutes. And, I'm an old person and I want my freebie. So I'm like, yes, I will stand around and wait for my goddamn free pretzel. Now, a normal employee would ring you out, right? You pay for the pretzels. I wanted 2 pretzels, one for me, one for Lord Douche. Ring me out and then just hand me the pretzels when they're ready. So I don't have to go back in line and, go through this whole process again. But that's not what happened. And I'm kind of glad in the end that I did not pay for the pretzel because I'm standing around and other people are getting in line and ordering. God knows what the fuck they're getting. Like, who goes to Auntie Anne and orders like iced tea refreshers? Like, what the fuck? But, they probably wanted a pretzel, and then they were denied the pretzel, so they're like, okay, just give me a drink. Anyway, I'm watching these guys like an old racist man. I'm eyeing these blacks. No, you know what I mean? Like, I'm wanting to, it's not that they're black. It's just that I'm waiting for my pretzel. I'm wanting to see where we're at in the whole pretzel thing. But I'm sure that's what they were thinking. I'm some old looking gray haired dude making them work like we're down on the plantation or something. I'm very racist today. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just agitated because, I'm waiting for this pretzel. I'm waiting 4 or 5 minutes. Finally, I hear the beep, beep, that the pretzels are done cooking. And I'm watching this guy, and he's got tongs in one hand, right? And he's getting the pretzels out, and then he sneezes. And he sneezes into his other hand, the non-tong hand. So I'm skeeved out as it is, but I'm like, okay, it's in the other hand, right? As long as he doesn't touch anything with the snot hand, I'll take my fucking pretzel. But then it's like happened in slow-mo. I could see it, right? So he's got the tong in one hand, and then he grabs for the little pretzel sleeves, the little paper sleeves that the pretzels go in. He grabs that with his snot hand. And I'm like, no, I waited so long for this. But it was too late. He's already contaminated this goddamn food with whatever plague he has. And I was like, Lord Douche, we're leaving. He's like, what? He didn't catch what happened. And I'm not like a germaphobe or anything, but I just got over being sick. And I don't, it's gross. Snot, sneeze snot. And no one's wearing gloves. And that's okay. I don't expect that. But at least pretend to be hygienic here, for fuck's sake. And I'm so agitated going, because I was expecting a pretzel. I didn't even want a pretzel to begin with, honestly. But then after waiting so long and going through this whole thing, I was like, all right, pretzel sounds good. I was really looking forward to my pretzel. So now I'm huffing and puffing on the way back to the car. I'm like, I'm going to call corporate about this. This guy's going to lose his job. Again, like an old person. And I'll tell you something else. We're never going to Auntie Anne's again. I will not give them my business. As if I'm actually giving them business, right? They're losing money on this transaction because it's a free, I'm there for a free pretzel. So even if I complain to corporate, they're like, big loss. You only ever come here when you get like a freebie from T-Mobile. So fuck you. It was just a wasted trip. That's what really annoyed me. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Well, that's all the time we have on this episode of DV. Should really wrap things up. Sorry for that 12-minute detour. Many of you are like, why do I even listen to the show? I'm on my way to work, miserable as it is, and I have to listen to this asshole talk about pretzels for 12 minutes. Yes, you do. You are my captive. I'm holding you hostage. All right, listen, I do have a great program for you. Maybe. The start of the program was a little shaky. I agree with you. Let's see if I can turn it around. 2 very quick things I wanted to mention before we get into any real audio. I'm obsessed this season with My Strange Addiction after an extended hiatus. Years, almost a decade. My Strange Addiction is back with a fucking vengeance. They've had some awesome installments this year, and new episodes premiere every Wednesday. So later tonight, that's when the newest episode will pop up on, TLC.com or Hulu or wherever. It does seem like it's going to be another great episode. Here's a little promo.
My name is Tara, and I'm addicted to sunning my perineum.
That's right. Taint tanning. You thought Will Blunderfield was the only person sunning his taint and asshole. No.
Addicted to sunning my perineum. The perineum being the area between your genitals and your butthole. Do you want to join me for some sunning?
I'll let you sun because it's your thing.
It's important, we have our own hobbies. We don't have to share everything. There's a scene of her lying on her back, legs up, wearing boots. She's otherwise naked, and she's strumming a guitar as she's sunning her butthole. Or taint. Probably both. I did notice that it's kind of a cloudy day. I don't know how much sun that thing's gonna get.
It's your thing.
I don't know why she's cacawing. I guess we'll have to find out together. If you watch it tonight, freaks, let me know if it's a good one and if it's something I should cover here on DV. Now, something we have been covering quite extensively is AI. It's funny how things that have to be processed with billion-dollar computers and data centers slowly trickle their way down. And eventually, you can run these models on your own desktop or even laptop computer. For instance, many years ago, transcribing audio had to be done in the cloud, right? I remember when I first started thinking about transcribing episodes of DV, which I still don't do on a regular basis. There were these services you could pay for and, it would be done in the cloud. Now I transcribe every episode of the show with a piece of software that just runs on my computer, and then I plug that in and it can generate show notes and everything. It's very cool. Same deal with just like ChatGPT, like the AI chatbots. There are models you can run on your computer locally. I mean, they're not as good, but they're starting to get better. You can do some useful things. Now, when it comes to having your own Siri or Google Assistant or Alexa, someone you can chat with vocally, we're not there yet. Although some companies want you to believe they have it figured out. And this is truly the insane thing with these AI companies. They're trying to raise billions, maybe even trillions of dollars at this point. So they have to really sell you on this, even if the product isn't ready for prime time. Even like ChatGPT, right, that has raised billions and billions and billions of dollars. You ask ChatGPT a question and half the time it just makes shit up. Even in like the 1990s or early 2000s with like Web 1.0, the first .com boom. Imagine if some of these tech companies operated the same way, like Amazon, for instance. Imagine if every, third or fourth time you ordered something on Amazon, it just took your money and instead of sending you the product you ordered, you ended up with just like a turd at your doorstep. A useless steaming pile of dung. Would you keep using Amazon? Probably not. Even if one time you got a really good deal on a guitar and that was shipped to you, like the next 2 or 3 times you ordered something, you got poop, you'd probably be a little gun shy ordering from Amazon again. I've got a clip here from Better Stack, which is a YouTube channel that is focused on technology of some sort. According to this video, NVIDIA just released Personaplex. Now, NVIDIA has been on a tear recently. They make so many of the AI chips that are needed to power these data centers. Their stock has gone through the roof. They're pretty much all in on AI. So this is an open source AI voice model that can listen and speak at the same time with almost zero latency. Here is the YouTuber trying to have a conversation with this voice AI.
Hi, you're speaking to Paul. This is Ikri. How are you doing?
Your name is Paul?
Yeah, it's 2011. My name is Paul, and you?
You don't have to say the year. My name is Paul. It's 2011. What decade are you living in, motherfucker? An Indian dude can be named Paul. That voice is Indian, right?
Oh, this is Ikri. How are you doing?
Your name is Paul?
Yeah, it's 2011. My name is Paul, and you?
What do you mean 2011?
It's 2011. I'm in New York. Where are you?
Oh, you're in New York. But
yeah, in New York, it's 2011. They're a little behind the times.
But it's 2026 now.
No.
Is it 2026? Oh, okay.
Companies are chomping at the bit to use artificial AI voices as customer service reps. I mean, there are already examples of that, but these companies want to replace everyone with AI. This is the problem with it. Paul thinks it's 2011. He sounds drunk, doesn't he? Yeah, he actually sounds like my mom when she was like hopped up on all that chemo medication. Nurses would ask her what year it is, and she's like, it's 1883. Why did they have to shoot Lincoln in the back of the head? Like, she was just completely out of it. And, it's weird that she thought it was a year that she didn't even exist in. It'd be one thing if she was like, oh, it's 1950, back when she was a teenager or whatever. Those cancer meds knocked her back into the Civil War era. I told you that for like the longest time, she was pissed off at me because she dreamed that I didn't pay the pizza guy. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, woman? She was so out of it. She had a dream that she ordered pizza and I refused to go to the door and pay for it. It was just weird. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let's get back to this AI conversation.
Yeah. Why did you confuse that?
Because it's 2011. I'm not sure I have time to travel. Okay.
It's not 2011. It's 2026 now.
Yeah, I know. I got confused. So do you like dogs?
Oh, I do like dogs. Do you like dogs?
I like dogs, but I don't like cats.
Oh, you don't like... Oh, ooh, okay. Well, do you hate cats?
I don't hate cats, but I would prefer dogs.
Now, to be fair, this guy did prompt the AI to really like dogs. So that's where this is coming from.
Do you like me as a person?
Okay, so you want to go and see the future? Okay, I'm still talking. Okay, so we need to talk. Okay, do we like the news?
Wait. I ask you a question. Do you like me as a person?
Wow, AI blew right past that question. He did not want to answer it. The YouTuber was like, do you like me as a person? Okay, so you want to see the future. Okay, how about I'm still going to talk now? We need to talk. Do you like the news? You can just say you don't like me.
Okay, I don't think you can hear, but okay, so where do you like to go?
What do you mean? Like, what?
Okay, so we can go talk about something that's the next business. I don't think there's many. We have to talk about something else. Let's talk about another topic. Yeah, okay, so this is what you like to write.
Holy shit.
You like to talk about music. You like music.
Dude, you're going off the rails, man.
No, we have to do the video. Gotta be the thing. Okay, guess what you want me to do when you have to write the other things. Okay, so when you talk about
my God.
Fix the limits, so this is good thing goes well.
The AI is spinning out of control. And the funny thing is, it doesn't matter. You check NVIDIA's stock and it's like, oh, its market cap has increased another $3 trillion. Why? It's releasing shit like useless stuff like this. I'll provide a link on the show notes today to this video. It is kind of funny. I've got one more conversation attempted by this YouTuber. I think he's talking to this chat bot about movies.
Okay, so what's your favorite Italian movie?
Oh man, I'm going back to the 90s. You gotta go with, I love The Godfather. I think that's
Wait, the 90s, Godfather 3, that is the worst of the Godfathers.
Yeah, I guess that's the only Godfather that came out in the 90s, right? I guess Godfather 1 came out in the 70s. I'm not sure when 2 came out.
Oh, no, this is the original, the original that,
The original is from the 70s.
Yeah. But I mean, I love, The Godfather. I mean, I love, the old school movies. I love, The Godfather. I love.
This is the weirdest speech pattern. Honestly, it kind of sounds like a TikTok influencer. I love, you know what I love? I love The Godfather. This is something that ChatGPT kind of does. I mean, it doesn't fuck up as bad as this version, but it does have that very casual, friendly way of speaking to you. That's annoying. You'll ask it, how far away from the Earth is Mars? And it will reply, yeah, I totally feel you. That is a good question. The fuck you talking about, you feeling me? Just give me the information, I know I'm talking to a computer. I don't need a friend. The AI in this video, though, is just flat out borderline retarded.
The old school movies. I love, The Godfather. I love, the old school movies. I love,
Do you think the is kind of like a spooling mechanism? If this AI model is all done on the computer, maybe the processing can't keep up. And so instead of having dead silence as the computer's trying to figure out what to say next, it fills in those spaces with likes and and ums, kind of like how humans do.
The Godfather. I love, The Godfather. I love, The Godfather. I love, The Godfather. I love, The Godfather.
Yeah. You know what? I do know.
The Godfather. I love,
I hear what you're saying.
I want this model on my computer. We could have some fun with that.
I hear what you're saying. Makes total sense.
Godfather.
You know what? I think you're having a mental breakdown, so I'm gonna just hang up.
No, I'm not. No.
You're in denial. You're clear.
I'm in denial. Yeah.
Holy shit!
That. Yeah.
I would be scared if if I was playing with this thing late at night and it started pulling this. Yeah. Bad. Crap my pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we're a long ways away before AI replaces all of our jobs. At least podcasting, I think, is safe. Could you imagine if I was reading a news story? A nun was caught masturbating in the pew, pew. No, pew, like, yeah, like, pew, like, yeah, like, pew, yeah, pew. Masturbating, like, no, bad. One day I will just go completely non-linear like that. We'll see how many of you are actually paying attention to the podcast by how many comments and emails come in after I have my AI breakdown. Hey, while I'm talking about AI, I'm going to read some text messages coming in to the For Harry Cunt line later on in the program, but one that stood out and one that has everything to do with what we're talking about actually comes from the 513 area code, someone in Cincinnati or the surrounding areas. They wanted to know what, I'm always singing on the podcast, but I'm the first to tell you I'm a very bad singer. I have no musical talents whatsoever. They wanted to know what the very first song was that I played on the show, and I think it would have to be Pain, Rain, Love.
You don't want me anymore. Something I said, maybe something I did that made you walk away into that cloudy cold day.
Love, it is like rain. So much pain, rain, love.
I don't know why I recorded this song. I know I was going for a real emotional kind of like breakup tune.
Laughter is gone. The tears are here. I long for your touch and you to be near.
You hurt me so love, it is like rain.
If I recall, I had downloaded some music digital audio workstation program, and I was messing around with that, learning the software, loops and stuff.
So much pain, rain, love, it is like rain. So much pain, rain, love.
My dick aches for you.
It's literally like a 45-second song. But thanks to this text message, it had me revisit it. And I stopped and I thought to myself, there's something here. There's a germ of a good idea. Now, I guess this version, there's technically 2 verses, maybe, but I really fleshed it out. I wrote out the whole song, added some lyrics. I know if I went back and recorded it, it would not sound great. Thankfully, I've got some very musically talented friends in the form of 80s metal hair band Tainted Broth. My theory is that every one of my shitty songs sounds infinitely better as 80s hair metal. So we're going to put that to the test at the end of the program. Yes, another Tainted Broth cover, this time of Pain, Rain, Love. I'll let you guys be the judge if it's better or worse than the original. Finally, before we get into the news today, I got a guy here who thought he was catching a DoorDasher eating some of the customer's food. Turns out what the driver's up to is way more nefarious. So the DoorDash driver is parked on the side of the road, and here's what the cameraman had to say.
How scandalous. Look at this food's he's DoorDashing and taking food.
But that's not what he's actually doing. If you look closely, the DoorDasher is taking off his shoe.
Food from the people. Oh, what a sick fool. He's putting his shoes on there.
Yes, he's rubbing his dirty, probably dog shit covered shoes on the food.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Recognizing now that this is going to make some great TikTok content, he runs up to the car to confront the DoorDasher. Now, keep in mind, the guy who's filming that's not his food. I do appreciate that he's willing to confront the DoorDasher, though.
I got you on camera, bro.
I got you on camera. You on candid camera now.
You're sick, bro. You're fucking disgusting. Why are you gonna put your shoes? You're disgusting, bro. You're nasty, bro.
So the DoorDasher is caught like, a deer in the headlights type situation, but he comes up with a great excuse.
You're fucking disgusting, bro. I got you on camera, bro.
It's mine.
Yeah,
huh?
It's mine.
That's my food.
Yours?
Mine.
Okay, bro. It's yours.
I like my food a little spicy. Shoe prints and mud in it. God knows what else. And then the DoorDasher screeches away. Now, I don't know who's receiving this food, but they should be a little suspicious that it's not sealed and, taped up obviously how the food is supposed to be delivered. I'm guessing that this is all due to a shitty tip, right? Still not right. That being said, delivery people get messed with all the time. I've got one more clip here, just as an example. This man ordered a pizza, and when the pizza guy shows up, he acts like he didn't order the pizza, right? Just wasting this dude's time.
Oh. You ordered?
Huh?
You ordered pizza?
Huh?
Did you order?
No, I did.
Apartment 10?
Didn't order.
Yeah? Right. No order.
At first you kind of think, oh, maybe the person filming is a little slow.
Didn't order.
Huh? What? Didn't order. Didn't order.
Okay.
Huh?
Gotta go.
Delivery guy's like, okay, I guess I'll go. And that's when the real content begins.
Hey, hold on. Come here. Come here. Huh.
Oh.
So he slaps the shit out of the delivery guy.
Hey, hold on. Come here.
Come here. I want to show you something.
Come here. Huh.
I bet you the delivery guy thought he was going to get a kiss.
Huh.
Oh.
Motherfucker. Bitch. You got fucked up, bitch.
If anyone deserves shoe prints and dog shit smeared in his food, it's this guy. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to the fucked up news right now. Not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow, what are you waiting for? Help support this stupidity. Become a true and honorable freak today. Go to distortedview.com. There are membership levels that fit into just about anyone's budget. We got monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, and yes, even lifetime memberships. When you sign up, you get access to a personalized podcast feed that you just copy and paste into whatever podcast app you use. That way, you'll see all of the exclusive shows appear alongside the free episodes. Even better, we're adding more yearly podcast archive feeds. Talked about this a little bit earlier in the week. Now we've got years 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, plus 2024 and 2025 feeds. So now we're cooking, my friends. They are popping up fast. By the end of the month, I anticipate we're going to have all of the yearly archives available. Basically, they work exactly the same as the main podcast feed, except they're broken up into past years. So you can go back and you can add, the 2005 podcast feed and listen to every single episode of DV from that year. Try it out. Go to distortedview.com. If you're already a Sideshow member, just go to your member dashboard and you can see all of the podcast feeds you have access to there. If you happen to listen to DV through Spotify or Apple Podcast, you can sign up inside of your apps instead of going to distortedview.com. For instance, if you use Spotify, you'll just search for Distorted View in the app and you'll find a link or button to sign up for Sideshow access, and then all of the exclusive shows will appear right alongside the free episodes in Spotify. Other ways to support the show, we've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. Thank you so much to everyone who continues to support DV. That way you can pledge as little as $1 over there. If you pledge at least $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. Okay, 2 very quick stories now. First up, in this day and age, if you want to shove something up your ass, first of all, more power to you. Godspeed, my friend. But there should be no reason why you're sticking dangerous things, sharp, unsanitary, in the case of this story, explosive things up your pooper. You can buy sex toys everywhere, right? You can be discreet and intimate. You can buy butt plugs off of Amazon. There are plenty of dedicated adult e-commerce sites. Fuck, even like Walmart and Walgreens are selling little dildos next to the condoms. Again, there are plenty of options out there. Don't stick a grenade up your asshole. Even if you think it's going to be exhilarating, even if you're doing it for the thrill, or maybe you're just a World War II buff. Don't do it. It's gonna be a bad time. All right, this story comes from France, where a hospital temporarily evacuated. You didn't think I was serious that someone would put something explosive up their ass. Baby, you don't know Distorted View Daily. Ting. Yes, a French hospital temporarily evacuated part of its emergency department over the weekend after surgeons discovered a World War I-era artillery shell lodged in a patient's rectum, prompting staff to call police, firefighters, and a bomb disposal unit. Oh, I'm sure they were also texting their friends and family. You won't believe who we had come in here today. some guy stretching his asshole open with explosives. The patient, described as a 24-year-old man, arrived at the hospital emergency room late Saturday, January 31st, complaining of rectal pain. I bet you that shell was all rusty, probably tearing up his insides. I mean, this guy was not exercising a lot of good judgment. This is what happens when dudes get horny. I'm always telling you ladies to just, take one for the team. Fuck a guy, even if you're not into it. It might save him from blowing himself and most of a hospital up. Yeah, the man was complaining of rectal pain and an inserted object, according to regional and national French outlets. Medical imaging and an ensuing operation revealed the object was a historic shell dating to 1918. It belongs in a museum, not your gaping shithole. Hospital officials then sought a specialist guidance out of concern that the munition could pose a blast risk. Well, that brings a whole new meaning to irritable bowels, huh? Bomb disposal technicians were brought in. I wonder if they used like one of those robots. Crawled up the man's asshole, grabbed that thing. Bomb disposal technicians were brought in and a security perimeter was established while they assessed the shell. Portions of the adult and pediatric emergency services were evacuated, and incoming patients were diverted for roughly 2 hours as a precaution. After inspection, the device was deemed to present minimal risk of detonating and was treated as a collector's item. Yeah, after they pulled that thing out and the man was released, he appeared on Antiques Roadshow. He got that thing appraised at $2 million. It's probably the most expensive thing that's been buried up someone's ass, except maybe Donald Trump's cabinet members. Oh, getting political. Not even sure what that means. I think it works. Could I be a writer on The Daily Show? Or maybe John Oliver's program? That one's a freebie if you boys want to use it. First one to call dibs can have it. The shell was removed and secured without incident, and the man remained hospitalized to recover from surgery. Authorities are expected to question the man once medically cleared. Prosecutors may pursue a weapons law case tied to unlawful possession of ammunition. I bet this guy didn't even know what he had. He just found something that was shaped like it would fit nicely up his ass, and he was like, let's give it a whirl. Unexploded ordnance from World War I is still periodically unearthed in France and other parts of Western Europe, a phenomenon commonly referred to as the Iron Harvest, though incidents involving munitions brought into medical facilities are rare. All right, second story we have for you. This one just happens to come from our most fucked up state. Say it with me.
Florida is the most fucked up state.
A 30-year-old Jacksonville man accused of stealing nearly $4,000 worth of meat. That had to be some good meat or a lot of really low-quality meat. I guess we need to know more about the meat before I can make a real judgment call on that. That really has nothing to do with this story. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. A man stole nearly $4,000 worth of meat from 2 Florida grocery stores. He told police he discarded most of the stolen product after discovering his girlfriend was home with another man. I'm sorry, what does that have to do with meat? You don't throw away good meat just because you find out your girlfriend's been porking. If anything, that would make me depressed and want to eat great quantities of meat by myself. According to the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to theft reports on the evening of January 5th at 2 public supermarkets in Palm Coast, about 90 miles southeast of Jacksonville. Surveillance footage shows Henny's Orena walking out of the Belterre Crossings Publix with an estimated $1,574 worth of beef and lamb without paying. That's called stealing. Less than 20 minutes later, he was recorded at the Island Walk at Palm Coast Publix, where he allegedly stole an additional $2,000 in pork, top sirloin, brisket, tenderloin, and some personal care products. Maybe he bought a little personal dildo at Publix. See? That's the way to do it. Don't stick gun shells up there. Investigators later connected the same vehicle seen in both thefts to Reyna and arrested him. When questioned by detectives, the defendant told them he had driven to his girlfriend's home after the thefts, and upon finding her cooking with another man, threw away nearly all of the stolen meat in frustration. Well, that sounds like a crime in itself.
I'm Sarah Beck, lead detective with Special Meat Crimes. This low-life scumbucket is gonna fry for the gruesome things he did to perfectly good USDA choice sirloin, grade A chuck, pork cutlets and chicken. Motherfucker will never see the light of day if I have anything to say about it. Ooh, it makes my blood boil just thinking about it. He's lucky he's already behind bars, because if he was standing in front of me right now, I'd take a brick and I'd crack his fucking head wide open and then squat over his writhing body and take a steamy shit on that open head wound of his. You don't treat delicious meat like that. For more information on meat, meat laws, and meat justice, write to the Meat Council.
Wow. Detective Beck means business. She's serious about justice. Meat justice. All right, finishing up with the story here. Yeah, the man said he threw away nearly all the stolen meat in frustration. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Stolley described the case as more than routine shoplifting, calling it a calculated operation that resulted in significant losses for both stores. He also quipped about the suspect's selection of cuts and noted that the county jail, informally dubbed the Green Roof Inn, does not serve premium meats. Reyna, a Cuban national. See, people like you right now, you got to be minding your P's and your Q's. You got to be laying low. The next visit you might receive is from ICE, right? He was charged with felony retail theft and booked into the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate detention facility. He's being held on a $5,000 bond and is also subject to an immigration detainer. I knew it. See? You know, you brown people can't be pulling shit like that right now. All right, yes, he's also subject to an immigration detainer from U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement. So you've got bigger problems to deal with than just some stolen meat you got to pay back. Pack your bags, motherfucker. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Wednesday. Before we get into any voicemails, let's read a few text messages coming in at the For Harry Cunt line.
You can now text DV anytime. It's the Harry Cunt mobile texting line. For Harry Cunt. Start sexting. For Harry Cunt. Send those nudes. For Harry Cunt.
Thank you. Area code 914 says, oh my God, Tainted Broth, Starving for Love is the shit. Yes, for those of you that don't know, a couple versions of Now, the hit song by Cerebra Venti, have popped up on Apple Music and Spotify. There's a country version, a pop dance version, a Japanese version, and everybody's favorite, the Tainted Broth cover. Tainted Broth being the best 80s metal hair band, winner of 0 Grammy Awards. They've never been a critical darling, but the people love Tainted Broth. A new Tainted Broth cover, of course, is going to be played at the end of today's show. Their rendition of Pain, Rain, Love. Thank you very much, 914. Area code 318 says, hey, Tim, would you settle a squabble between the rejects in the Discord for me? Some of them say you don't actually get any news items ever from the news submission section. I didn't even know we had a news submission section. So, yeah, you're right. No. Some of them say you don't actually get any news items from the news submission section of the Discord, and it's pretty much just there for them to entertain themselves with news items they find funny. Some say you do get news items from there. I have gotten news items from there before. It's not a daily or a weekly thing, though. It's not something where I'm constantly. What happens is I have my sources. I can find funny news stories a lot easier than I can find audio. Finding good DV-worthy audio, that's worth a lot to me. So I'm always looking in the video audio submission section of the Discord. You guys, for the most part, are very bad at judging what I would ever use on this program. But occasionally, I do get some good stuff from you freaks, and that is very much appreciated. And when I can't find a news story, when I'm like struggling, that's when I turn to the news section on the Discord. But thank you so much to everyone who submits stuff over there. And if you're looking for funny news stories, check out the Discord. It is a little bit of, entertain yourselves with more DV-worthy stuff, but you guys certainly do help me out. But yeah, I do tend to look at the video audio submissions more than the news. Area code 347 says, okay, Tim, here's a dick pic for you. I do hope to meet you someday. And then for whatever reason, the images aren't displaying. So, I'm not commenting on your penis because I'm appalled by it or I'm laughing at it. I literally can't see it. Please resend. A couple people sent in some links and news stories like area code 850 and 510. So thank you very much for that. I will take a look at those. The last one I'll mention is from Tony Prolapse, who says, looking for a new Xbox Live gamer tag. With your creative wisdom, can you rattle off some DV-worthy tags? An example last week you came up with, Hugh Janus. Well, I didn't come up with that. Everyone knows Hugh Janus. How about Clitoris Claiborne? That'd be a great name for a Dolores Claiborne XXX porn parody. If Wood Rocket is still around and producing those things, again, that's a freebie for you. By the way, this is a little off topic, but I'm getting ready to do the voicemail segment. Obviously, I'm reading some text now, but one of the tabs I have open is the Patreon voicemail line, and that just happens to be the phone number I used when I called the It's Just a Fun Thing guy. And yeah, he's still calling me. I received a couple today. He's calling me from different phone numbers because he thinks that I'm like blocking him or something.
Hey, are you getting...
Where are you at? Why can't I hear you? Shit! You promised I could listen.
Are you getting my text messages? I hear your voice.
I'm ruining this guy's life.
Please give me a call.
Please, I need the shit. And then he called again from a different phone number.
Hey, Jim, could you give me a call?
I'm driving him crazy. See, I'm playing hard to get. It's all part of my plan. We're really going to destroy this guy. I don't know how yet, but I can't wait to fuck with him some more. But anyway, thank you for all the text messages. Keep them coming. Let's do some proper voicemails now. All right, love to hear from you freaks. Many ways to contact the show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/DistortedView Show. We begin here with a caller. He called in 4 times before he got the voicemail right.
Tim, as you know, my girlfriend is Chinese. We're going to make her listen to the China song.
Oh, this is great. Okay, so, all right, he's got a Chinese girlfriend. We want to know if that song is racist or a beautiful ode to the Chinese people. For those of you that don't know, the song I'm referring to is this masterpiece. We play it anytime there is a Chinese news story. Can't imagine any Chinese person would find that offensive.
Here. Tell me what you think about this. Is this racist or is it funny?
like, with the first notes, I'd be like, yeah, that's racist. I feel so bad for his girlfriend having to listen to this. The chorus coming in always gets me.
What do you think about that?
I think it's okay.
It's okay. We've got a thumbs up. Not an enthusiastic thumbs up, but, you know, we got the okay from a Chinese person.
Ringtone.
No.
Tim, send me the link to the song. I need it. I need to install that and get it set to a ringtone immediately.
Yeah, you could set it as a ringtone. That would be so great. Yeah, I'm going to post that, I think, on Spotify. That's a real banger. All right, let's do another call here.
Hey, Tim, police asshole calling in. I was just driving, and I don't know if you ever had this happen to you. Hopefully not, where I'm driving, and all of a sudden it feels like the whole world's spinning. And
you need to pull over, dude.
I felt really confused. I should probably go to the hospital, huh?
I love that your first thought was to call the Oh God voicemail line. This is a DV moment.
Hey, I'll call back again if I'm not dead. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Kind of concerning because he called Monday. Was that yesterday? A couple days ago. All right. He hasn't called back since. So he's either dead or in the hospital, or everything's okay. Look, if the world starts spinning, you got to go immediately to the hospital. I can't afford to lose any more listeners. I'm running this show on razor-thin margins as it is. So I'm going to need a few more patrons to make up for whatever happens to this guy. Thank you. As you can see, I'm very concerned about his well-being. No, yes, please call back in and let us know you're okay. That is all the time we have on this edition of the program. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Is it? Oh, God. Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive, so it's a great time to sign up. If you're not yet a member, go to distortedview.com right now. As promised, here is Tainted Broth's cover of my very first song, Pain, Rain, Love. We'll see you back tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
China,
No, that's the wrong song. Yeah, it's approved by Chinese people, though. All right, here is the real fake song by Tainted Broth, Pain, Rain, Love. Bye, everybody.
You don't want me anymore. Something I said, maybe something I did that made you walk away into that cloudy, cold day. Every word I replay like thunder in my head. I keep checking my phone for the things you never said. Love, it is like rain, so much pain. Love, it is like rain, so much pain. Laughter is gone, the tears are here. I long for your touch and you to be near. Your jacket still hangs on the back of my chair. Even the silence pretends that you're there. Love, it is like rain, so much pain. Love, it is like rain, so much pain. The bed feels too wide, the nights feel too long. Every love song feels cruelly wrong. Love, it is like rain, so much pain. Love, it is like rain, so much pain. Love, my dick aches for you. But it's not just the skin, it's the weight of your name. It's the way I still flinch when I hear it rain. Love, like falling rain. Same old pain. Rain. If love is the storm, I'll stand in the flood. Washed out, worn down, still bleeding. Love.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.